I guess the reason I wanted to get involved is because I want to be a blessing to the church. I want to help out. I want to be available. And that seemed to be an area where there's not a lot of volunteers, and it was something that I was able to do.
Seems like that's one of the emails you get. Mark Schaefer's really, really begging kind of for more people, and really they just need 12 families because obviously we have 12 months. And the first time we did it, I would say it was a little bit intimidating because our church is so big. It's definitely a several-step process. There has to have so many trays where the cups are in this formation and so many trays where the cups are in a different formation, and then so many of the little bitty bread crackers and then so many of the whole bread crackers, and certain trays go here, certain trays go there. So once we kind of got used to that, we're like, okay, it's not that bad, but obviously that's something you don't want to mess up and them only have 5 trays up front for the guys or something. But I would say you can come in on either Friday or Saturday night and get the first portion ready, and then you come a little bit early Sunday morning to set it all out, and you have to attend first service and then wait a little bit in between class and then set it all out for the second service, and then after second service come clean it up, wash it all up, get it ready for the next week.
Okay, Project Rescue is an organization that's out of Decatur, Alabama. It's an actual home that's for men who are struggling with different types of addictions right now, whether it be drug addictions, alcohol or whatever type of addiction they have in their life. They're trying to overcome those things. They come together and they live actually in a home there in Decatur. They have jobs, they work, and Project Rescue gives them another opportunity, another chance to become clean, to kick the habit of whatever it is, the bad habit that's in their life. Got involved with Project Rescue through Madison here, but it's also through another group called Mission of Mercy Shoals in the Florence area, where my family has been serving for a number of years. And I had a brother who was addicted to drugs and ended up, taking his own life. And so when I see one of these individuals, one of these men, or even a young lady who is struggling with this in their life, it makes me want to go out and serve them, makes me want to go out and do what I can to help them. And through Project Rescue, we have that opportunity. And Project Rescue gives us that chance to serve those individuals and those men and help them in their walk right now, and obviously as they try to get back on a straight path.
The Blunt Hospitality House is a real house in downtown Huntsville, and it provides lodging for people who have relatives in the hospital, and they charge a minimum fee for that. So it's for people with who wouldn't have money to pay at a regular hotel. And Madison got involved by bringing meals to the people who are staying there. And Madison brings a meal once a week for all 52 weeks of the year. And the meals, it can be a meal or it can be like snacks and water or something. But it's just something that when they come back from the hospital, it's there. They don't have to prepare anything. They can just sit down, relax, and have a really good meal. And I got involved because the lady who was in charge of it could no longer do it, so they asked me to take over, and I told them I am not a cook, but I could organize, and they said that's fine. Whatever you can do, we'll be glad to have you do. And so that's how I got involved in organizing food deliveries to the Blunt House.
The first thing that comes to my mind when I think about what my ministry is at this point in my life is probably my family. And that's kind of a given, I'm sure, for anybody who's sort of in our stage of life. But, you have a home, you have kids and your husband, and so that definitely takes up the forefront of my mind when I think of what I need to be doing spiritually to help the whole household run smoothly. And then I like to teach pre-K and credit roll as much as possible, just because I happen to like little kids, so that's really fun to me, and that's an easy way to reach out and get to know their families. Do a little bit of outreach there. And I've been trying to get involved with the Hearts Ministry, which is a new ladies ministry we have here at church. We're trying to include all ladies of all ages and all walks of life to get involved. We try to have service projects several times a year to really reach out, more outreach into the community, serve others, try to be a blessing to them, and hopefully draw them in.
I would say just, at church, I want to be available. I want to help out. I want to give back to this church. That I grew up in this church. I was raised in this church. I see a lot of, our current elders, a lot of our deacons, a lot of our Bible school teachers, they taught me. And I feel like it's my part to kind of follow in their footsteps, and just serve where I'm needed, whether it's, teaching a Bible class or filling in at a Bible class, or, if I can, fill in a spot on the Lord's Supper table on Sunday morning, because they always seem to be scrambling for people there at the last minute, or, just anything. Like I said earlier, I just want to be a blessing to this church, because it's really, the members here have really blessed me as a person, and I just want to reciprocate that.
I just try and serve wherever I can and however I can, and that means just stuffing the bears at Care Bears. I'm not a sewer. I don't have any artistic ability, so I can't paint the faces on them. So I stuff. So once a month I go and stuff bears. And I also screen the books for the children's library. They give me the books, and I go through them looking for things that aren't scriptural in them, and I highlight those and I give it back to the people, and they take it from there. So just wherever or however I can serve, just whatever my cup of water could be.
The number one ministry that I have right now is obviously shepherding for the congregation here of the Lord's Church here at Madison, in the body here. That ministry in and of itself is an undertaking that I have wanted to do, and it's something other that each and every day I pray about it, and each and every day I go out to and serve in that ministry. And I do what Ephesians 4 in chapter 4 of Ephesians verse 11 says, is that we do that and we serve in those ministries, and God has equipped us in those things so that we can build up the body of Christ. The other ministries, whether it be teaching, whatever it might be, and the one thing that I will say, Jason, to me, when it comes to ministry, it's not just about the ministry here at this congregation, at this local congregation. It's about a ministry of our life, a ministry of serving each and every day, no matter what we're doing. I think sometimes we're tricked and trapped into that we're serving in the church ministry, and that's not a bad thing. But our ministry is to do the will of God and to serve Him in all of our life and all of our walk in whatever we do.